Did you know that when you step on sand, you're actually stepping on a mountain? Because mountains make boulders, and boulders make cobbles, and cobbles make gravel, and gravel makes sand, and sand makes clay. These are two rocks from the life cycle. We had a boulder conference, and we split it up into groups, and we tried to figure out how a boulder turned into sand, and we looked about volcano rocks, and lava comes from the volcano, it goes out, and then it goes to sand, and it goes back into sand, and it goes back into the volcano, and here's a rock of the volcano rock. One side's smooth and one side's hard, and here's volcano sand. We got into groups and made roads out of rocks, sand, and leaves. Our world's called the jungle of life.
We went all summer. We traveled all summer to see dirt. And this one is from my daddy's work, and this one is from my daddy's work, and this one is from San Diego, California.
I'm going to share two different kinds of samples. This one's from Jekyll Island, and this is Eilish from another island.
Reading group.
These are our books. These are our books from. This is our book from kindergarten that we read, and this is our book from first grade we read. We're comparing them, so that one is in kindergarten, and this one in first grade. So. Read a lot harder stuff now. We do our reading logs at home. We write the book down, and then we write our favorite page so we like in the book, and then we write the author. And when I first got it, it was kind of exciting. And this is my favorite.
We have reading logs at school, and after we read our books, we put them in there, and afterwards we put our authors in there. And some of the books I've been reading is Who Would Win, Wolverine versus Tasmanian Devil, Hammerhead versus Great White Shark, and Fly Trap.
We've been looking at calendars. And we've decided to make up our own. of birthday celebrations. My favorite part is putting the months back out and then putting them back up.
Where the roofs grew. We're actually talking about architecture, not roofs. Like columns and ironworks.
My name is Morgan and I will be talking about towers. Some towers are big and some towers are small. All towers are pointy. And this is one of my towers.
When I went to San Francisco, I saw the Golden Gate Bridge, a suspension bridge. In Tunisia, there's a village called Mata underground. This is a photograph of it. And underground, this is what their houses look like in the inside.
There's houses all over the world, like some is on water and some is on dry land. It's called New Guinea.
We're the sketch groups.
We've been sketching on the first day of first grade. I made an Eiffel Tower. I put arches, dormers, and a lot of ironworks.
We've been sketching things, and we made them into stickers and put them on foam. And we took the stickers off after we painted it like a real sky, and it turned out like one of these.
We've been talking about maps, and I made a picture. I made a blueprint of my house, and here, this is what it looks like. And it's an arch on my playground.
Here is one of our world shots that we are doing, and it's our end shots. This says Anita, Morden, Dylan, Sanaya, Hannah, Brianna, and here's my name, Clifton. Here's what I wrote, Batman. Here's Jan, Fun, Jesus.
We've been reading Doll People every day, and it's when the new dolls meet the old dolls.
We read interesting books. It inspires us. It inspires us so much that we make books just like them. We read A House is a House for Me, and it inspired me to make a book called A Present is a Present for Me. And one of the pages with the treasure says, treasure is a present for a treasure chest.
I'm going to represent Caitlin. She loves doing princess stories, And so from one of the other authors, she learned about princesses, and she did a princess on each page of her book. And one of the ones up there says that Cinderella would do anything for a gown. And then on the last page, she decided to take each of the princesses she had through the whole book and put them all together on the last page, sort of to make you sigh at the end and feel like you've seen them all again.
I made a book about X-Men, and I had a coloring book that when Wolverine had wolves, but Sabretooth wasn't in it. I just wanted to make him have Sabretooth because Sabretooth is Wolverine's worst enemy. And look at all the detail that I put on there. Now, the Spider-Man one has, and Venom was attacking Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was attacking Venom. Venom almost whipped Spider-Man, but then Spider-Man webbed up his whole body, and right now he's in the air fighting. We read This Is My House, and one of my pages has the world on it. I'll tell you what it says. It says the friends all around the world. I made a book of Mr. Winter Garden, and I saw a big window, so I knew I could do it, and I did.
I was inspired by Jerry Pallotta, his book about who will be my teacher, so I made a book about who will be my friend. And one of my pages says, a cheetah can't be my friend, it would be too fast.
I was inspired by Kevin. He just made 64 pictures on one page, but I didn't get to finish all of them. I was inspired by all around the world. I put on one page says for a speech where on the book says bye. And the person that has a headset is saying goodbye. One person is saying, I do not want to go. I want to stay. I never want to go any places. I made a book called Comet. I was inspired by people because they have the imaginary friend like I had, and they have the map at the end like I had. O is for ornament. M is for marquee. It means a sign on at a business. L is for Leaning Tower of Pisa, and it was in a war, and it took 100 years in a war. Q is for coins. Coins are
things on the side of the building.
C is for column.
E is for Easter Island, and nobody knows how the heads got there. Not even the best scientists did.
T is for Eiffel Tower.
N is for narthex. Narthex is part of the church. J is for jigsaw. F is for facade. Facade is the front of a building.
K is for keystone. It has George Washington on the top of it or anything. R is for roof. Roofs are fancy roofs in different shapes. A is for art. The art that I made it was like this. You can actually go inside of it. I is for ironworks. Ironwork is anything like a fence or a door that has swirls on it or anything fancy. P is for pyramid. It looks like pyramids don't have doors, but they do. Now we're gonna sing. I like to teach the world to sing.